You ask and you shall receive. This is a question in response to a video I made about how I've learned how to master my mind. Excuse me, I just did an extremely intense workout. I'm not even going to edit this video. I'm going to make it raw. You ask and you shall receive. The only reason why I'm so intense right now is because I'm literally going through it right now. So, for those that don't know, I used to have my own, apartment or whatnot. And I don't talk about it much because I don't make excuses for life. Because life is going to be life regardless of what we do. But Hurricane Milton literally wiped me completely out. So then I had to move into the situation that I'm in now, which is a shared housing situation with a lot of extremely low vibrational motherfuckers. A lot. Just low vibrations all up in this bitch. And low vibrational people is going to do what low vibrational people do. I don't even have to get into details. I think we all understand that by now. I don't even have to get in detail because they all the same. It don't even fucking matter. So how have I learned how to master adversity and continue to keep going regardless of what happened, and don't let it sway me? The key word is I don't let it sway me. You're going see probably the most powerful thing that I could tell you is probably the most powerful thing that I learned is that you're going to feel the blow. That's inevitable. Far as I understand the game, and I was born with it. I've been doing this spiritual shit before it was a commercial business it is today, because I was born with it. Probably the most powerful thing I probably ever learned at this point is you're going to feel that initial blow. You're minding your own business. You're driving down the road. You're flowing. I like to call it surfing. That's why you see me put surf emojis all over the fucking place, because I think that's extremely accurate to how life really is. It's waters. It's different conditions. It's not going to be calm waters all day. And I'm in control, which is why I'm the one that's surfing it. So you're minding your own business, you chilling, you doing your thing. Bam, some jackass is going to slam into you. You know what I'm saying? You remember that shift that I was talking about back in October? Well, I'm a little dumbfounded myself and how accurate I was in that, because the people that haven't been doing the work, they're losing their mind. There used to be a point where they keep their distance. You do you and they just do them and wreck their fucking selves. But now it's at the point where they trespass all day, every day, and it's only getting worse. They're only getting worse. They're only falling deeper into that purgatory. They're only getting worse. So you got to learn how to master this. But the most powerful thing I learned is you're going to feel that initial blow. And it's a process. You know what I'm saying? So by me, that initial blow is literally a shock to your system. It's a shock to your energetic system, your spiritual system, and your emotional system. That's when, I hate that they say the term that you're seeing red. I don't think you're seeing red. I think you're feeling red. All you feel is just red. It's atomic energy. And by me, I basically mapped the process out. You're going to feel that initial blow. I call that all hands on deck. When you feel that initial blow, you do whatever the fuck you can to get back on point. Whether it's your dog, whether you need to talk to your mama, whether you need to go to the beach, whether you need to burn some sage, all hands on deck. Any and everything you've ever learned, you got to weather that storm. It's literally a storm. You know what I'm saying? I live in Florida. And we have hurricanes or whatnot. Floridians know the only time you need to worry is when it's category 3 and up. You know what I'm saying? If it's a category 1, we know it's just going to be a little wind. It's going to be a little rain. Things might shake up a little bit, but it's a storm. We know that there's a other side to it. And that's what happened when you take the perspective of mapping out the process. So there's going to be the initial blow. You have to weather that storm the best you can. I call that all hands on deck. And I basically mapped it out to 3 different levels. So there's level 1, that's all hands on deck. It just pray, do whatever you can to get back on point. Then there's level 2 where I'm like 80% on point. I can still function. I'm dealing with a little turbulence, but I'll be cool. Not even worried about it. And then there's level 3, which is just gnats and mosquitoes all over the place, literally, metaphorically, and figuratively. It's not some mosquitoes. They don't do shit. You'll be all right. And by me mapping out that process, it helps me, you know what I'm saying? And me understanding that if somebody do something that immediately triggers me and it's level 1, all hands on deck, I know that if I follow in this direction, it's not going to be good. So I just weather the storm the best I can. Do it happen often? Not level 1 don't happen too often, you know what I'm saying? But I've learned how to master it. And then what I've also, so basically, man, I just mapped it out, you know. And you know, one thing I do like about the Catholic religion is I kind of like the way they communicate good and evil. There's something about that I've always liked. And I'm pretty convinced that whenever somebody low vibration do something that trespasses on you and you feel that initial shock coming into your system, I think I'm pretty convinced that that is their demon going inside of you. And that's why you're all riled up and you're all, you know what I'm saying? You're going and your entire state is disturbed. You know what I'm saying? For those that missed the point, the most important thing that I'm saying is you're going to feel that, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. To me, the game, and I don't know if there's a higher level to this that I'm currently not aware of. But as far as I understand and as far as I learned this, you're going to feel. You're going to feel, because I feel like people try to not feel anything and just think everything is going to be cool, everything is going to be perfect. Everything actually is perfect, but that includes the good and the bad, the yin and the yang. You know what I'm saying? I think people try to not feel anything. And the most powerful thing I learned is you're going to feel it. Far as I understand it, maybe there's another level and but far as I currently understand it, it's inevitable to not feel anything. So instead of trying to not feel anything, put all your energy towards navigating it the best you can when you do feel it. And just know that it's only temporary. I've been through all type of shit. I don't talk about it because I don't make excuses. Like I said, I literally lost my home. I'll throw a couple pictures up just so you can see what I'm really talking about. It was like 6 feet of water. It's 5 feet of water, something like that. Okay, destroyed, gone. I lost everything. My parents passed away when I was young. I don't talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But there's two sides to each coin. You know, especially with like my parents passing away when I was young, the opposite side of that coin is that drove me down a more spiritual path. I had to get in touch with myself. I had to get in touch with more with the universe. I had to get in touch with the afterlife because I've had experiences with them being in the afterlife. That's how I know what I know so well. So that's the positive side to it. This world is in perfect balance. And that's just like with me going through what I'm going through. I'm literally going through it right now. Don't let my somewhat calm demeanor fool you. Okay. I just had an extremely intense workout, but that's how I win because I channeled that energy into doing a workout that makes me more sexy. I channeled that energy into making this content that's helping my shit grow. You know what I'm saying? So that's a win-win. I still win. That's why they can't beat you. That's why you have the power. Because I channeled that energy. Don't get me wrong, it's extreme energy. It's all fun and games when it's sunny. But when shit get real, when shit goes south, the realness come out. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you gotta you gotta do the best you can to just weather that storm, weather those initial emotions. Because if you give into those emotions, that's when people end up either dead or in jail. So that's just a little bit of insight right there. I hope that can help you. I'm not even gonna edit this. I'm keeping it raw. I'm keeping it real. I go by the name of SLR. You know, I'm here to help quantum leap your vibrations and your frequency and to dispel a lot of misinformation out there because there is a lot of misinformation out there. I hope that can help you. God bless.